Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, the mighty Phoenix Spammer, and right away I have a note to myself. Do not make a videocast during the sunset because the sun is flashing into your screen and you cannot see a thing. Okay, so this is going to be problematic today. I am thinking if there's any way to pump up the brightness, but no, it will be a bad, bad brightness for YouTube, and maybe I'll see something, but I think it's better when I do not see anything and you do. So, the reason why I chose this 1v1 replay is very simple. It is not a PvT. I know that there is a request for PvT right now hanging over me, so my apologies to the person that made the request, but I am so sick of PvT right now. I have to take a break and make some other type of videos just for some time. I need to take a break from PvT because it is mad annoying to make over and over and over the same thing again. So sorry for that, and this I hope is going to be a promising PvZ. I have not seen or play this kind of matchup a while, since yesterday I had my 17th PvT in a row. Yeah, that's right, you heard it right. 17th PvT in a row. I played 17 PvT matches in a row. I know that I'm repeating myself, but I want you to understand what I just said. For 17 times, in a single straight row, I have been playing Protoss versus Terran when I was Protoss. I mean, normally I would say okay, but in such a big number I would hate any kind of matchup, because it's boring. I play the same thing over and over and over again. Sometimes there are constructive Terran players, and actually those matches are really fun. I do not have anything against the Terrans except DMP. But the problem is, I want to play against Zerg or Protoss from time to time, just for fun, to see the difference in the game. If you know what I mean. I don't know, I just feel like I have bad luck, which apparently I do. So anyway, as you can see, it seems like a failed 2-gate harassment right here, what you are going to see. Zealot harassment, that is. Why I say failed? Well, because on this map the best 2-gate push is with a single pylon over here and 2 gateways over here. It was, I do not remember who introduced this kind of build. Was it Noni or Whiteraw or anybody else? I do not know, but I tried it for many times myself. This is a very stable 2-gate push. If you have them here, they are delayed, and this might be a problem if you want to make an effective push, especially against Zerg, because they can simply bypass you. And look at this, 6 Zerglings, way too many for a single Zealot. He's got to be very careful, or else he'll die in a pain. Or even more Zerglings coming on. This Zealot has to run away, but there are 2 bodies coming in to help, and 3 Zealots should be able to take out all those little Zerglings, because of course that is if they do not get a surround. With a surround there's nothing that could save those Zealots. So there we go, Zerglings just running in a circle, trying to get a decent surround, and a couple of even more of the friends. Zealots are trying to punch this hatchery to death. I'm not sure if they will manage to. There we go, it seems like the Zerglings are making a run for it. Yes, and they have some drones to absorb the first fire, but this was a nice idea. Now there's even more Zerglings, and the Zealots are out of position. Is this going to be? Yes, this is a perfect surround. Those Zealots don't stand a chance in a surround position, because unbeknownst to us, actually, no, it is not the wrong way to say it. Unlike it may be seemed, or anything, I wanted to say something smart. Well, the Zerglings are not that bad against Zealots. I mean, if they have the same number of supplies and resources used against Zealots, they actually are able to win a fight, but only if they get the surround. If not, they cannot use their numbers, and then they die. So right now we are going to see, no, we are not going to see those Zerglings trying to bust their way through the Protoss base. And there we go, see, what is this? Oh man, I love the Protoss player. You see how he is using his Zealots? Now all of them can fight with the Zerglings instead of dying one by one, and this is going to give him a huge advantage. But see at the number of Zerglings, what is going to prevail? The superior firepower of the Zealots, all the unstoppable numbers of the Zerg. What is going to prevail? Where the Zealots are starting to die slowly but steady, and the Zerglings are busting their way through it. Is this one Zealot going to be enough? And are those 2 going to make it out in time? Yes, they are. 3 Zealots are more than enough to stop all the Zerglings, even if they are fighting with us around. So there we go. I must say I already enjoyed this replay, maybe because I have not seen this kind of matchup in years, but all in all, so far it seems like 2 really nice players. I really enjoyed the trick with Zealots, and this 2-gate was not as bad as it seemed. Actually, it was pretty nicely executed. It did not do a thing except losing a couple of Zealots. Okay, but it was nice, and it gave us the action. And the Zerg player not being afraid to retaliate with Zerglings. This is a very nice thing to see, because sometimes I saw in the past, of course, the Zerg players panicking when they see Zealots, thinking, oh no, I cannot stop them with Zerglings, I have to have more firepower. And they're trying desperately to take up to roaches, which would be a good idea, if not the fact that it takes a long time. And Zerglings can be used against Zealots as well, with of course a certain amount of risk, but it is sometimes more stable option to use Zerglings to stop the Zealots and morph in so Spinecross instead of taking to roaches desperately, which is never a good idea, because doing so you allow the Protoss player to control the game. He will simply take up straight to the Immortals, and from now on he will be the one dictating the course of the game, and he'll be the one that is going to win in the end, most likely, if you are on more or less the same skill level. So you never have to panic. Panic is your worst enemy in any game. As Kerrigan would say, you're your own worst enemy, right? I said it as Kerrigan, rather as Tassadar, because Kerrigan clearly learned this from Tassadar, the Messiah of the Protoss. So anyway, I see even more Zerglings being often and a couple of Spinecross. So as you can see, the Zerg is going to try and play of defensive, and I should really not call him Zerg, but whatever, I will call him DC, because it's much nicer whatever his nick is. DC against All Scorpion, that sounds manly. So as you can see, All Scorpion sees that he cannot bust his way into such a heavily defended Zerg base, so his decision is to try and make a fast expansion on his own. Well, it's not that fast on this minute mark, but still it is faster than usual. And oh, how many houses are there? 37 on a single pool. Wow, that is an extraordinary big number of probes. Even I do not have so many, and I tend to have way more probes than you need to. People are generally saying that you need 24, 26 harvesters on a single field. I personally like to go for 30. It will, or even 51, 52, something like that. It will cause your harvesters to do this kind of trick that is simply wasting their potential, but it will also allow you to have a lot of those harvesters to move into your nearest expansion when it is ready, and I like this kind of thing. So, in my opinion, it is never too bad to make those extra 3-4 probes more. It is just going to be safe, and if you're going to be harassed, you're still going to have a lot of probes, right? So, in my opinion, it's not bad to have too many probes in a certain number. 31 is too many. I'm afraid it is totally wasting the money. That said, it will, if this guy will saturate his probes right, his income will boost like a flower. And I have no idea how you can boost like a flower, but it just seemed like a colorful idea to express what I was meaning. And there he goes, like actually busting his way through the desert rocks, trying to get even more harvesters and even more income. And well, this is what Zerg player has to do. He's got to have as many drones as possible, and this way he looks like he's going to try and win this game by macroing. As you can see, he's got his defenses, he's not in a hurry. He knows that as a Zerg he will have a slight advantage in macroing, and he can simply try to do it. And there is a single Ursadak cow, for whatever you call it. His sound somehow reminds me of Ultralisk. I mean, if not the fact that Zerg assimilated all Ultralisks, I would say that this is an Ultralisk in an alpha version. I mean, look at him, he's cute, and he is kinda like Ultralisk. I mean, if he's just walking around here, then it definitely means that he is not useful for the Zerg at all, because they assimilate everything that is even a tiny bit useful, and they kill everything else. Well, which may mean that they simply did not think about Ursadak yet. And look at this, he is saying hello to the pros. Hello, how are you? I like you, see that? I have a little mouth, which is actually pretty big, and I couldn't walk near you. Come on, scratch me a little bit on my back, because I like it. They're so cute. Anyway, I think I have been going plenty off topic.